Here's something I wish somebody told me when I started vibe coding. The stack barely matters. What matters is you pick one and you start building. Because through the process of building, you start to learn about different components, different features, different builds, different frameworks, right? And then you start to get an eye for what you like most. So today, I'm gonna show you my preferred stack so that you can start building, and we're gonna follow it up with a demo where we build something from start to finish. And this is gonna be a two-part video where the first part talks about the stack, we demo the stack. The second part, we actually deploy the stack using Convex, Vercel, and GitHub. So without further ado, let's build. All right, so I had my executive assistant prep this visual prop for us to follow along. This is a copyable build stack for people who want to ship, not spend weeks debating what tools to use. Here's the stack. We're using React via Next.js, Tailwind CSS, Shade CN components because they're just really, really awesome. And we're using Convex for both the authentication layer and the database layer. And then everything's gonna be Vercel compatible. How each layer works, right? The UI layer, that's handled by React via Next.js. It renders the interface. So it's everything front facing, your pages, your layouts, your components, your buttons, all of that functionality, right? The design layer is Tailwind and Shade CN UI components, right? This is what gives it that tone, that identity. This is where you get really hands-on pertaining to whatever it is you're building, the color scheme, the typography, et cetera, and all the specific components you use from the Shade CN library. Then the data and auth layer, this is all handled by Convex. I know in the past, people have promoted Clerk and all these other authentication layers, but I love the idea of going with one service provider for both. And Convex is really, really awesome in general. I prefer them over Supabase. So, we're going to be using them for both the data and authentication layer here. And then the tooling and ship layer, right? You're a beginner, so you don't have to know what PNPM is. It's just a lightweight version of NPM, right? We'll get into that in future videos. I am using Claude Code for vibe coding today. You're welcome to use whatever your preferred LLM is, whether that's Gemini, ChatGPT, or one of those open models out there. But today I am going to be using Opus 4.7, and then we're using Vercel. All right, moving along to the master prompt, right? I prepared this new format here where we have this very in-depth master prompt, as you can see here. And at the very bottom, it has project context and visual direction. Well, whatever you change up here will automatically add it to the master prompt, so you don't have to go and edit this in your own text editor. You can actually edit this here on this website. And by the way, if you want access to this, all you have to do is go to clearmud.ai/resources. It's completely free. You log in and you have full access to all of our visual props we've ever created for all of our videos here on the channel. Now, for today's demo, I want to build a quote unquote CRM for my freelance services. I want capabilities to view client list, offer a payment portal, and send invoices. We're going to keep it simple, and I'm going to leave the visual direction here. I'm going to have it ask me, but as you can see, when we scroll down, it actually adds that inline here. Okay, so I'm going to copy this master prompt. All right, now this is my preferred method of vibe coding. I use CMux. You're welcome to use the terminal. You're welcome to use Ghosty or whatever your preferred IDE is. Chances are if you're a beginner, you don't have a preference. So Visual Studio Code is usually the go-to for beginners. But if you check the first video that I did for beginners, it talks about how to install Claude Code, Gemini, and Codex in the CLI. Continue down that trend of using CMux to vibe code. Now, we're in this directory. It's completely empty, right? CRM freelancer. And we're just going to spin up Claude. I'm going to accept. Okay. Now I'm going to paste in that prompt and we're just going to get started. As you can see, it's that full prompt. All right. Now let's review this response here. Solo Studio feel. I like the Solo Studio feel. I like the idea of doing kind of like a playful modern approach. And I do love the amber shade / orange shades. I think we should definitely incorporate a light dark mode toggle across the site, making light mode the default view. And My clients are particularly small to mid-sized companies, creatives and entrepreneurs who just want a website built. And when I say invoice, I mean, I do bill flat rate projects, but I also do hourly with time tracking. But it's the honor system. They trust how many hours I spend, and it's essentially a traditional invoice with line items. And we have an hourly wage line item where I specify how many hours I spent, plus the price, plus the quantity, right? So think traditional sales order / invoice template. PDF downloadable would be nice. And they're just clicking a one-time link from an email to pay their invoice. We don't need the ability for them to log in, at least not yet. I want to keep things simple for the first iteration of this web app. And let me know if you have any questions. All right, so we're really going back and forth here. Locked in. Here's the plan before I touch any code. Visual direction, Solo Studio, Playful Modern. Slightly warmer, typography. Okay, I have one note for typography because I know the text that I want to use. Now, in your particular case, I recommend going to like Google Fonts or any font website. Open Sans is usually a good default, but I'm going to use Ubuntu. Now, I have one note on typography. I want to use Ubuntu. So Ubuntu as well as Ubuntu Mono wherever necessary. Oh, and I didn't answer everything. And yes, I already have a Stripe account. Email sending. I'd like to avoid using another third party. Is there anything we can do to handle that within the web app? And then I'm going to add Convex and Vercel. Right, so it's always going to default to these well-known solutions. Don't get me wrong, Resend is a great service. However, I would rather have less things to log into. This is why I chose to co-locate my authentication layer and the database layer with Convex, right? Okay, great. So like this is for me as the freelancer to once the invoice is ready to send, it then opens up my preferred email client, right? Gives a subject plus short message. This is great, right? I think, listen, if you want to incorporate Resend into yours, if you're rebuilding this, you're more than welcome to. Yep, we'll go with option A. And we're just going to accept. I'm going to shift tab to toggle this bottom mode here. And I just want to do auto accepts on. That's YOLO mode. I'm not going to do YOLO. You're welcome to go YOLO mode. They don't call it YOLO mode. I call it that. And that's just automatically letting Claude do everything for you. I'd rather have some involvement. So I want to do auto accepts on, but anytime it needs to run a certain command, it does ask me like this here. I'm going to say yes and don't ask again. All right, great. So let's go take a look at a few things here. What's done? Okay, great. Can't wait to see it. 2 things I need from you, product name. Yeah, Ledger works for now. That's fine. I mean, this is a demo, so it's not like this is going to production. Okay, let me go check the preview right now. Now let's use this feature. So it's starting the dev server as well in the background so we can visit. Okay, look at this. Hey, there's one issue, but that's a part of vibe coding. Look, super simple layout. It's very welcoming. Listen, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Okay, this part's not ready yet. Listen, like, that's really cool. Awesome. Now, this is where you would go back and forth, right? Now, also keep in mind, if you ever want to change things, you could focus on getting the core functionality of your app working first. But this is also a great opportunity to say, you know what, maybe I don't like something. And this is where you use your voice to text, which I highly recommend you use that link in the bio. Whisper Flow is so awesome. This is not a paid promo, by the way. But it asked me to toggle light versus dark. I think it did a great job. Usually it misses the beat here. This is solid. Wow. Okay. Everything looks great. So I'm going to go back to that tab. Everything light, dark mode looks great. You did a killer job on the first revision. Please continue. So it has worked for 13 minutes here, and now it's asking us to initialize Convex. Now, I'm saving this for part 2 of the video where we wire everything together. So let's get this app working locally as a preview so that we can see all of the modules work, all the pages work. So we're going to use mock data to finish this demo. And then on our next video in this series, we're not only going to wire together Convex, Stripe, GitHub, and Vercel, but we're going to walk through step by step what to do, what to create, how to do it. That way, if you want to build your own web app that is SaaS friendly out of the gate, you just follow that next video. So let's tell this to Claude as well to let him know. Hey, Claude. Okay, so this is actually a demo app for a YouTube video I'm recording. Now, I think it's more beneficial to the viewer for us to initialize a Convex database on part 2, where we also create a Stripe account. We create a GitHub repository and a Vercel project, and then wire it all together. I think that's more beneficial for the part 2. So to finish this part 1 demonstration, I just want to get this web app in a demo working form factor so that I can play with it, navigate it, and see how it works. Does this make sense? And push back if you think that we should initialize Convex now. So this is another key thing with vibe coding is don't just take the first thing it tells you. Ask it to push back if you're unsure. If maybe you think it should be done a certain way, tell your AI to push back and it will push back. So we'll see how it responds here. But I do this a lot with all the models I use, whether it's Codex, Claude, or Gemini, which are my primary 3 daily drivers. I like to ask it to push back, but I'm thinking ahead for this demonstration, right? Part 2 of this video is going to be very in-depth. It might be an hour long because as much as I'd love to say in a perfect world, it'll be 15 minutes and we're done. Getting things production ready takes time, right? All right, agreed. Your instinct is right. For part 1 video, the viewer gets more of a navigatable, populated demo than an empty but real backend with terminal prompts mid-shoot. The dramatic beat of, and now we wire up Convex plus Stripe plus GitHub plus Vercel lands harder in part 2 if part 1 already looks like a finished product. Wonderful. Should land in a few minutes. Okay, executing now. So it's going to finish the build for today's demo. And in the meantime, if you're watching this and you're interested in that part 2, drop a comment below and just type 2. Just type the number 2. That's it. I'm curious to see how many people are paying attention to this video. These videos will drop back to back, so no worries. I'm not going to delay part 2. This video drops on a Tuesday, so part 2 will drop on Thursday the same week. All right, so the demo looks to be ready. Created all of these different pages that we're about to review. What's waiting for part 2 is the Convex directory. And then we're going to essentially wire everything together between Convex, Stripe, GitHub, and Vercel. One small thing to flag. There's a harmless console warning. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. For the sake of the demo, that's okay. So let's go take a look, shall we? All right, let's go dark mode. And let's sign in. And let's skip into the demo. And, ooh, okay. Shows us who hasn't paid. Status draft, sent, paid, great. Nice little tags. We have a list. I would probably want this to be more of like a table view, but this is okay. can actually go in. We can see all the invoices associated with that client. Really cool. All right, let's go to the invoices and let's create a new invoice. Nice. We can pick our client, due date, fixed, hourly, consulting for AI agents. Let's call this 275 and let's throw 10 hours up there. Save as a draft. Wonderful. Prepare send. Okay, it did open my email client here. I use Thunderbird primarily, but this is where we would have to kind of tweak things as well. I'm sure there's some Google Gmail API that we can incorporate, but you know, and then a public payment link. So this is going to be the interesting one, right? This is after we wire together Stripe and Convex. We'll test this in part 2, obviously. I mean, this is great. Listen, it's functional. This is also where we update the billing address for the business or you as the freelancer or your DBA or whatever it is. Let's go back to light mode. Wow. Hey, listen, it pretty much one-shot this, but keep in mind, we gave it a very comprehensive prompt with specifics as to the tech stack and the styling, the components that we wanted to use. Chances are, if you tried to recreate this without incorporating this tech stack, you're not going to be able to recreate this, right? This is very unique per our stack and per our design specifications in that master prompt. So listen, I think this is a great spot to end part 1. Stay tuned for part 2, where we actually create the Convex database. We create the GitHub repository. We create the project on Vercel as well as on Stripe. We wire it all together and get this fully functional and live. I think that video is going to be insanely valuable for anybody wanting to launch their own web app, but have no one go-to video that shows them how to create everything and wire it all together in one video. So, and yeah, key takeaways, like, listen, whether you follow my master prompt or not, whether you follow the tech stack at its foundational core or not, the important thing that you have to learn with vibe coding is it's better to start building than just doing the research and never actually applying that knowledge. Just start building something. The first thing you build isn't going to stick. The second, the third, the fourth, it might take you 10 builds until you're happy with something. But the most important lesson I can convey in this demonstration is to just start building. Please stop thinking too much. Vibe coding is all about just vibing your way through the process from start to finish. Now, having a master prompt like the one I provided today is very helpful, but you don't need it to start vibe coding today. So yeah, I hope you found some value in today's video. Now, I'm not an AI expert. I'm building in public and sharing what actually works. If you'd like to see me make a particular video around a specific topic, drop a comment below. Let me know who you are, what you do, who your target audience is, and what your question is, and I will add a video to my queue, custom tailored just for you. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. My name is Marcelo. This is Clearmud, and clarity matters.